Is this thing working? You guys take too long to type, so I'll change screens and see. Nope. Are you kidding me? I don't know why OBS is being so fucking stupid, dude. I literally have to start a stream, switch the setting that it streams to YouTube in. Hopefully it doesn't close the stream like it did earlier. Open it back up. Hopefully it connects, and if it doesn't connect, I have to switch it back to what it was currently on. So I don't know. Maybe I can update OBS or something. It doesn't matter because, tell you the truth, I had OBS updated, or I mean, I guess I just updated my computer is what broke it all. So there were a handful of updates done to Courseplay and AutoDrive. So I'm grabbing these. These are going to definitely be needed today, because we are going to be testing my... Oh, hold on. I want to do something before I overwrite this one, because I know you worked a little. But we are going to try to pick a field on Monteith. That's not right. We are going to try to pick a field on Monteith and compare that all the way across the board for row crop ready today. I do have, with the news announced, now I can say it, I do have a video coming out. It will be based on better rows, less performance. And that was a big conversation we all had in the group for modding or doing our row crop. I don't care who you are, but when it comes down to what is the best option to release something to the public, you kind of have to go with what everybody has. Really? Really, Giants? I don't know if that was out yesterday or not. I know it was somewhere around this tractor because I was staring at it for a while. This one, actually. You notice this? Why did Massey Ferguson ever leave a gap right there in between the cab, but yet you put the steering column up against the window? Shit. Like, I don't know what they were thinking with that. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You're telling me 7 mods got released today? That was it? Whatever. Not my problem. But we are going to hopefully not mess anything up here. Yeah, corn heads are in. So I'm going to keep this as plain and simple as possible. The big thing right now, with everything I found out, you want to make realistic yield and prices, go ahead. It doesn't matter. It doesn't work. You'll never get anywhere. You'll always be taking a loan out for everything you ever need with FarmSim. I personally do not believe that they ever came to terms with 1 square meter in real life is 1 square meter in the game. And then we throw row crop on top of it. They're planting every single pixel base game. We are skipping about 6 pixels with row crop. And what I mean by that, we're just spacing everything out so we put more pixels to the map. We cannot use their same yields and seed usage and all that stuff. So we have to come up with our own, which that is what I'm doing here. Oh yeah, hey, that ain't gonna work very good. There's one other mod I forgot we needed. Definitely grab Thundar's default types, but why do I have it in there twice? Which one is that? 1216? Okay. Let's yoink you over there. That's the design kit. Slow down. Read the screen. Yes. But this is important with any map right now. Hopefully it is fixed on the next update we see for the game. Elevator music, go away. Can't have you either, I'm talking. No thank you. I said no thank you. With Thundar's default types, it gets rid of the double loading, and I put it in my video for adding row crap to any map, and also put it in a video on how to do it. Also, all that other mumbo jumbo. But for right now, where I sit, if we were to do realistic yield and all that stuff, even if I adjusted for row crop ready, I still don't think it's going to be right. An acre, they say an acre in here. Is that truly an acre? I don't know. Our best option, I was hoping not to have that big of a field, because I'm trying to go off of this right here. I wanted more of a square field and can't use this one because look how many acres that is. So that one isn't so bad. I know this one's going to take too long to harvest. No. But I guess we can go with it. I want to see here. This shouldn't adjust anything game-wise. I mean, or yield-wise, I mean. This all better have stayed the same. Okay. No, not course play. Not filed either. They're filled. I literally just got home and I'm all flustered yet. Not going to be that easy. So we're going to keep that cultivated. And to keep this very simple, we are going to do a lot of it cheating wise. Oh, hey Shane, look at that. Let's see if you did it. Ooh. Ooh. Good job. Everybody, give a round of applause. To Shane. Good job, man. That is a very nice convert. We got to get those fixed, which isn't terrible bad. Oh yeah, that's just XML stuff. But it's a start. On some modding. So let's burn through here. I need some tires. Why doesn't that one look right? I think my rear tires are too small, to be honest with you. There what was on it when it was in 22, so I can't say much. I think that's all I need. And hopefully I got the right planners in here. Yes, I do. So to make this quick and easy, we are literally going to just run with our big boy. Because we got a bunch of stuff to... It's going to take me a while to get through this. You're saying you're Chuck in real life there, John? To be honest with you, Aaron, I don't care about realistic yields. That is the most ground deformation this tractor has ever left right now. I'm trying to get it to base game, so that way with base game numbers, I'm pretty freaking close. Now, this planting here isn't really going to matter either. I'm doing this for a baseline to see what we get out of this. So 2,500. Somebody write this stuff down. Don't worry, I got it. I forgot my notebook in my car though. So let's write on you here. All right. It's only dirty for right now, Shane, because I know all that's going to help JCL out in the end to get us something sooner. But the big thing is you have it over, and the material shouldn't be terrible on that tractor. The issue is like all the tie rods and how many variants of that tractor. I haven't looked at the i3D of that to know. So that's one of those questions I'd have to double back on. Like I said, this planting doesn't really matter because the work areas outside of the field are not getting calculated. And the reason why I'm saying we have to run base game, I can adjust the prices to be realistic, but the seed usage is not realistic, the population of the corn. Then I can adjust the yield to be realistic, which it is literally set at that right now on my personal save. I feel like it's realistic. If you leave corn at 30 bucks a frickin' bushel, yeah, you'd make money. You take it down to $4 a bushel, $5 a bushel, good luck. I know it's realistic, but how are you supposed to play the game? How are you supposed to keep moving? And that is one reason why Giants did it the way they did it. Not only is they just running with each previous version of the game that they might have tweaked a little bit to go forwards, but they want you to play with everything in the game. So they want to give you the best opportunity to make money, even on the hard level. Otherwise, you're going to be stuck with the small stuff and never make any money. Why would you play year after year with the same stuff, going in debt farther and farther, and never get ahead? Yes, it's realistic farming. I get it. So everybody can adjust their prices accordingly. And in this live, you'll be able to see that I'm showing you how we can adjust stuff correctly or realistically, and also make the numbers go jiving all the way around. Oh, got you, Jake. I haven't been in his Discord for a while. So, I thought about just letting Courseplay do this whole thing so I had a uniform piece across the board, and I'll do that for Harvest. I'm not going to sell anything because the market always changes. The issue is right now, I got to see if I can advance growth without going forward in a month, but I don't think I can. So I know right now, no matter what you do, unless you spray and everything, we are going to get weeds coming in. I'm going to run through this the same way on every 3 versions of the map to get our base numbers, and from there I'll be able to get pretty close. Because I don't care to use it, John. We will use it with row crop. I mean, those very little edges I'm missing and whatnot isn't really going to matter a terrible bit on this version of the map. Row crop, yes, it is going to matter. Because with row crop, you take this one work area you have on this planner and put it to every row unit, and then you do you minimize these pixels, and you can easily see the pixels when you go to plow and everything. But they're all multi-angle terrain maps, so that's the base we're going with. You're going to be able to get smooth lines and everything, and everything run pretty smooth. But the nice part about this version, the base game of the map, you run over what you already planted. As long as it's, I'm going to test it right here, but I'm pretty sure as long as it is the same crop, it doesn't continue to plant. In RCR, it will, because you're skipping. See what I mean? We're not using seeds, because it's the same exact crop. It's not going to change it. So I don't need to worry about GPS. I don't need to worry about my straight lines or anything like that. I know I always forget my marker and it's too late already, but we don't care. And I'm really excited to give a cedar RCR and try to get this one figured out if we can run 7.5-inch row spacings. I highly doubt it, but that would be the only benefit, or one of the benefits.
Marker?
Not yet, Shane. But that is like one of the other benefits to having a bigger file map. And the reason why I say and DR says to go to the smaller files for RCR, which you don't get as smooth of rows, is because of the performance hit. I mean, base game right now, with everything turned up on my game like I got, I'm still running 50, 55 FPS. I do know I'll probably get down to 30 running this planter in RCR. Cody, you talking 82,000 liters? I'd hope you're talking liters. Let me get Google going. Yeah, so that comes out to about 77 bushels an acre. I agree with you, but with 22, it all depends on what map you were playing, who made the map, what mods you were using. Because if you use precision farming the way I did it in 22 and all the maps I did row crop for, is I adjusted it in the precision farming tab of all the maps. Why did I do that? Because it was easy spot to adjust it, and then that way I'm not messing with all the yields and whatnot. We don't have precision farming right now, so that's going to suck. And this is going to be a pain in the butt to handle. As of right now, as long as all the modders are using everything that 25 gives us, we'll be fine. There's a huge thing that's called fruit type categories, production point categories, and fill type categories. If we use them like we're supposed, I shouldn't say supposed to, but like Giants has set up, any map maker can make RCR work all the way across the board. So that way it works to feed your pigs, it works to put into TMR, it works for productions, it works for all the sell points, even if you place a sell point down, as long as that said modder has put it in to use the categories instead of just regular fill types. Now that is a quick, easy, simple XML edit that I believe a beginner could do to make it all work out right. And as long as everybody follows along with what I got set up to begin with the spelling of row crop and the row crop crops, we'll be just fine. Because when I do that so we have a baseline. It's just like Giants bringing out the game and we have a baseline. Coiler, no, this is not going to be for all platforms, sadly to say. I'm not going to push anything through like this to Giants and try to get it on the mod hub, especially right now the way the mod hub is being managed. Dear, my OBS is just a pain in the butt right now. And Coiler, this right now is a standard size map, technically a 1x standard size, base game size. Oh yeah, I agree, Jake. They don't do a whole lot down here, or over there with corn. And to be honest with you, it's one of them. How Giants has it, we go back to the fact that they whipped something up for the game, and they said good enough, and they went with it. And they've never gone back to do the math of, hey, we should correct this to be more realistic. It's irritating, but it is what it is. Yeah, Derry, it's dude, ever since I had to update Windows, everything has been breaking, and I'm not the only one that's having that issue. Oh yeah, I mean, we got twin row, we got 15-inch rows and whatnot. And Aaron, the other thing I was going to say, I got 15-inch rows to work back in 22. It was very hot. No, it wasn't even 50. Yeah, it was 15-inch rows. So I'm waiting for somebody to bring out the right planters and seeders. I don't think the 7.5-inch row spacing is going to work by any means. I really don't. And I can already make wheat look like it's growing in rows and harvested in rows without doing RCR. You just don't get the look of the end rows and stuff like that. So it is a downfall, but it is what it is. Why did you like 22-inch rows so much, Derry? Coiler, answer me this. Giants released 7 mods today. That's it. That's all they got through the Mod Hub testing is 7. I know there's a handful of them that's been sitting up there since early stages of 25. And they left for vacation, which I don't care about that. Good for you. You went on vacation right after your game was made, though. And then decide to say certain people get expedited testing. Like, how are 2 maps getting released for on Mod Hub before a simple script mod is getting released? And I do say you need to go in order on when they were submitted. I fully agree with that. And then instead of having an update list and a new list, they have to go back through the same cycle instead of just the update gets expedited. I don't necessarily believe that. But there's a lot we could go down Giants Mod Hub that nobody agrees with, everybody agrees with, and stuff like that. It's not part of this video. Derry, a stack full. That would be fun. Oh, gotcha, Derry. And that's what I'm saying too, Shane. I don't get it, and I believe right now you want to prove to Giants after selling all the copies of this game, and everybody knows what the copies of the game we're selling for. Do the math. If you did it just for base game and not even figured in the Season 1 bundle, that got them even more money, you could figure out how much money they made pretty easy. And you're telling me you can't go and hire a couple more testers to push this through? And why do testers have to be in-house? I get it, you'd be worried about the leaking and everything, but if they're on a secure platform, like a lot of companies do, you're running your computer, or running a computer off of your computer that's over there. So yes, you could technically take files and everything, but there's enough stuff out there right now to be able to say, like, hey, we are going to monitor your every move and we'll know if a file is taken off or added to or whatever like that. Plus, even in person, you could take a USB stick over there and go plug it into your computer and take a mod home with you. Deny them all. Yeah, right, Shane. My frustration with Giants is so huge right now because the amount of money they've made, and then within a month of them launching a new game, they go on the holiday vacation. I'm not saying that it's the wrong time for them to release the game, because I agree with that timeline. But the game should be more refined if you're going to release it on that timeline. Or you pay some dev people more money to stick around through that time to be able to make the decisions to update the game and continue working it forward. I don't know about you ladies, but I have had so many issues between the textures, the extension, any extension, silo extension, manure extension, freaking any of those are not working. So, like, what's the point in even having animals right now? I don't agree with their way of doing it. And it sucks because the only thing we can do is not buy the game. No, I'll use my mumbo jumbo stuff. So, and I was excited to play the new game. I was excited to get modding.
Buttered sausage. Talk about buttered sausage, where it comes from, what it does. Why is it doing what it's doing? Get it out of my face.
Cowboy, if you're still here, have you ever had Tangia play it over your headphones, but not actually pop it up on your screen? Right now, I can hear it play. I can see it on OBS, but it doesn't pop up on my screen. I mean, Jake, they did stay on that version of the game for quite a while. I mean, I'll be real. 19 and 22 were long runs of the game. And 22 had everything I could ask for. Now, I believe they would be better off making the microtransactions of saying, hey, we are going to stay on this one. Look at GTA. They did it.
I know what I have to do, but I don't know if I have the strength to do it.
But it's still just one of them situations of I can't say much, me, myself, and I. And I think the best thing that anybody could do right now as a modder, say, you know what, Giants? We are not putting... You good? You good, Shane? Seriously, like, you breathing over there fine? I think every modder should go, you know what, Giants, you are so backlogged. Until you get this handled and figured out, we are not releasing any of our mods to Mod Hub. We are not submitting them for testing. We are not doing that anymore. Instead, we are going to go on this other platform, whatever it may be, and force Giants to get it taken care of. I know I'm overlapping, but it really doesn't count because it's the same crop and everything. Trust me. We tested that. Oh, I agree with you, Derry. I fully agree with you.
Did I jump scare you? Yeah,
Straight ham. I'm not, it doesn't matter how much you guys pay me. I'm not turning my camera on right now because I'm just not in the mood to have you guys stare at me. But that one almost got me. That's why I like it, because you guys are sharing it with me. I don't have to take the brunt of it. Aaron, it's not that cold today. I was actually pretty pleasant in the skid loader. I had a grayed out rock all day. Did you make it to work, Shane? I bet he's got one of them diesels that go knock knock, as the country singer says. What's up, Paul? I'm alright. I got onto a bad tangent there with about Giants. But we are all better now. We're all good. Everybody, take a step back, breathe, and call it nice. Unless my steering wheel goes freaking out again. I swear to God, if I lived closer to a freaking Best Buy or something, I'd probably have a different steering wheel. Fair enough, Shane. I forget where you at. Are you over in Ohio yet? I mean, it's still pretty freaking cold for winter work. Definitely need a new steering wheel. I don't know why we do this to ourselves, Derry. I really don't. I don't need to do nothing, Chris. You guys are just so hot and bothered about me not driving straight. And I think it's funny. So if we don't lime it, we don't fertilize it, and all that stuff, all three across the board will be just fine. Then I don't have to worry about it, like, doing a whole heck of a lot. As long as I use the same planter, same combine, corn head, we can get a valid number off of this. This...
Stop, bitch!
Oh. You almost made me think he was here. This is going to be the only crappy part of this field, is the overplant in this area might adjust us a little from base game. But RC to RC, we should be fine. Not gonna lie, that's my favorite one. No, you're fine, Coiler. Coiler. Oh, Coiler. Whatever. You are fine. It's not your fault. I've been heated about Giants for a couple days now. It's been ticking me off. Oh, hey, we're going to push out an update to the game. Okay, when? Soon. Oh, we just going to leave it at soon? I want my animal pens to work. There's a lot in the pipeline that I know of. I'm excited for it. I want to be able to haul the manure. I want the extensions to work properly so I can continue to mod. I finally got my bales to work and the bale trigger and everything correctly. I just want the game to function properly so we can move forward and get it back to where 22 was. And all Giants cares about is, oh hey, we sold so many games and look how pretty our game looks. Okay, your game looks pretty, but it runs like crap. And then I fully feel that Giants did this on purpose, because you look through their game files and everything. Corn was not made this way in 22, but it had the options. They literally did not put their shader on the corn in 22. Then in 25, they go ahead, make it a different way, which you guys will see come Friday, that we had to go through and change a few things in order for our RCR to work properly. And then we had to yeah, that will be fine. Whoop. Hey. Why is that showing back up? Wait, that was the amount. See, there is a little something going on here with Giants, and their update needs to hurry the freak up, because this whole direct sowing thing is ticking me off pretty bad. Oh, Jake, I got a plan for corn stalks. Don't worry about that. No, Chris, you are still Chris. Wow, terrible music. Sounds like we're in a jazz band. Go to the next song, dang it. Next song. needs lime, and so it is double fertilized, so it just needs lime, but it is fertilized. We need to keep an eye on everything because I guess I got stones on. That just should be damage. No weeds. Needs rolling. On. Alright. No weeds. It is fertilized, but it needs lime and rolling, so that's fine.
Think fast, Chuckle Nuts!
No. Alright, chat. Alright. Alright. We going to have to. This doesn't help our Tangia side, but it just makes me feel better. Go put your nose in the corner. What's up, IH Dan? No, Chris, I'm pretty sure your mom calls you something else that I could say, but I'm not going to. I got it, Aaron. I'm taking the notes. Don't worry. Derry, I can tell you one thing, and to tell you the truth, I like it. DR is so realistic, and it's one of the things I do like about his maps. Oh, he did throw some water in there. And he's stuck out. It is super realistic. To the point, we go to our map here. I think it's this one. Yep. And this, you could argue either way on how he wanted to do this. And for somebody that didn't make the map or decide where it was, the issue is the road came over here, came down, and then in. And then you can see the one little trail that comes along this road. But how are you supposed to get into all these fields? Well, that's this road, and then this farm over here that farms that. I can make the arguments all the way. Pleasant invited to what? We are just testing, man. It's going to be a nightmare tonight to test this. But going back there, I mean, I have made that argument before. And I said, why didn't you just put a road in one of these sections to get to the other side with a bridge down here? You could have had that bridge over here or something. He goes, well, that's not how it is. So with that being said, you find a mapper that you like, you got to deal with what you know you're going to deal with. And right here is the topography of the said road and ditch that would come around, right? But then this is all unusable. Very true. And if you know a little bit of mapping, you can make this usable really quick and easy. But I agree with it. I wasn't going to farm down here. And if we get our borders better moving forwards, it is a possibility where you could have nice edges of your map and everything. But again, knowing DR, he doesn't like it a lot when you farm next to the edge, especially because of a border. And that's one thing Giants have been working on, making better and everything. It takes a lot to bring a border into Blender, get it to match up and everything. And then It's all that fine-tuning jazz stuff. But I get where you're coming from too, Derry. I really do. This is one of those maps that represents Iowa pretty good. Central Iowa. You get some hills from the river valleys and whatnot down to a flat river with some flat farming. And this is what I like. Out west, it'd be central to west central Iowa. It is so freaking flat. They have to dig their drainage ditches in just to get tile in their field, so they got some drainage. Trust me, this I know. They're like 20 feet deep. The county use them like crazy, but it is realistic to Iowa depending on what part you're at. I didn't even advertise this one. I didn't know if I was going to do it or not. I just did it. Huh? Did corn always do this when you planted it base game? Would it rotate it the 90 degrees? No, not in Iowa, Pleasant. Alright, thank you. Not in Iowa. These guys are... It's about 50-50 to tell you the truth. You got 50% of them that will farm the freaking ditch because they just get over here with the chisel plow and constantly throw it in and get down there. And then the other 50% are really good about buffer zones where they'll leave a nice 5-foot buffer zone around any big washouts, waterways, and stuff like that. And it's because back in the 90s, the conservation department was literally giving out incentives for you to do that. Pleasant. I know some of those farmers around here too, man. They get terrible. All right, we're looking at I'd agree with you, Derry. This one's more of a river than a creek. I know it's not terribly deep. I can't even remember what river that is, to tell you the truth. Yeah, I really can't. I know I looked up the area before. But then again, I mean, I look at a lot of the European maps, and they are literally like a quarter of a 1x map. Could you envision having 20 fields? Let's go like this. This one field being broke up into 20 to 30 fields, and 90% of them being hay fields with a bunch of little bushes, hedges, and fences all the way around every one. And all you could use is wide wheels on a tractor and no implement that stick out any farther. I know that's how they farm over there. I'm not harping on them for that and everything. I'm harping on them that we have a 1x map, which is this size, and you couldn't even use 3/4 of it. And I'd definitely say that's a quarter of the map right there taken out. But it feels realistic. And I mean, like I said, I am the type that just farms. I don't do all the production stuff. I don't need to get into that. I don't really care for it. I'll use the production for other things like making pig food or grinding up corn and everything. It all depends on how you play. If if you do play that way, you're gonna kind of go towards other mappers to begin with. If you just want to be like, and that's what I say here in Iowa, we are mainly crop, or mainly row crop. So you got soybeans and corn. You get some with doing alfalfa clover mix. You got a triticale, not very often. Mainly spring rye that they chop for cows and stuff. Not very often again. It's coming more relevant again, but then very little do wheat, and that's because we have no market for it in Iowa. That's why this is one of the 1X maps that I really like. I don't need a 1X map filled with like 20 different roads and 20 different farms and all that stuff to drive past, but oh well. Yes, water is wet. I said that wrong. Why did I say that? Water is not wet. Water gets things wet. You caught me off guard there, Shane. I hope you clipped that. I agree, Derry. I like 4X maps. I gravitate towards 4X maps more than anything. I'll gravitate towards a 16X if it's done well, like Hubbard was, before I'd even gravitate towards a 1X map. But also a 1X map that I would say. I hear you, Derry. I would say if I had all my old school equipment from 22, because all I ever farmed on Westby was literally like a 1X size of the 4X map, I would be fine with the old school 1X map. Now this one is not necessarily, I mean, if all the fields were like this, I could handle it with the old school small equipment and stuff, but do some terraces or whatever a little more. Carroll, Iowa was way too big in my opinion for any of the old school equipment. That is like 1980s, 1999 or 1990s BTO kind of style. I gotta remember to look at the growth states every now and again too. The worst part is I should have done a field full of beans also, but this is the smallest field on here. And I don't think I can take the course play fields out and transfer them to another save, otherwise I would. I'll have to, but once I get corn figured out, it would probably be close to being the same with beans. We're gonna shoot this way. I hope this one's set up right. I always got to remember, I got like 3 or 4 files of all my mods that I mess with, and you never know which one's which. Come on. I scrolled past it? No, right there, so we're good with that. I know this one's already base game, but I'm just looking at soybean then. And the whole reason on this one that I didn't just put in our F12 pretty much put in a field of corn is I needed a base for the seeds too. So speaking of which, somebody did not write that one down. There, we got that. Because where we at on seed usage? So I already got that stuff cranked up. I gotta think this one through a second. Where did I put that file? And instead of wondering if I got the right file, I just gotta go down and grab that again. And we'll double check on this, but while we're waiting for it, I got to get stuff out of here. And hopefully, I better just put this on the desktop, otherwise it's going to freak everything out. Double check the zipped files. I thought I had another one in here. Don't get too worried about what you see in here. This is my stuff, or this is my modding mod folder. I try not to move a whole lot of stuff around, but the things you do see in here are probably not finished. I'd say like half of them are not finished, unless they're zipped. If they're zipped, then that's stuff I got testing for myself off Mod Hub, make sure everything works right. All right, where are we at? Come on. How much longer? Oh god, a yield bonus of 60%. What'd you do, Shane? Stupid mouse. What's up, Lanny? The general chat. You did nothing, Shane. Don't see it. What'd you do? We're almost there. We're going to be harvesting in snow, though. This is why we need F12. Jake, I would say you got way too much patience, man. I am running 6 row on this one right now, a field over from me, for my videos. And honestly, it's not that bad, but I agree, Derry. Because with that one, I wouldn't even have to fast forward months. I could literally just do advanced, ooh. Okay, so we got a spike of down to 30 FPS when that one came through too. It's not even generating the snow yet, so I'm not too worried about it, but that FPS drop was from the game updating growth states and stuff. I swear, if one of you guys get me to Alt F4 through this process, I am going to drive to your house and clap one. No. Shane? You could have put it somewhere else, but I'm not going to say anything. Oh, hey. I didn't realize you released those corn heads yesterday. Very nice, dude. What's up, Outlaw? This is a good FPS tester too. I think I'm still a firm believer. My game ran the best and had the best textures day one. They put out that hot patch day one. After that, I was golden. The last update messed up a lot of texture flickering and everything, and I feel like that hurt our FPS too. Give me a second. I'll put the link in the chat quick. I seen that, Outlaw. I should just leave that one there so you guys don't have to keep following me in between. It's not going to come up now, is it? Dairy dear, I am right there with you, man. That is why I said, like, update when? I didn't break it. The update broke it. Windows update broke it. Actually, I'm gonna bring you guys back. We should be about ready to harvest here this month now. Where was my Monteith? Yes, I said it like that on purpose. Not changelog. Go away. So I kind of have an idea of how I want to start with this, and that is base game. So I think if we, and this, I'm testing on the 8x first, and the reason why I say it's an 8x because we sized the files up to 8192. That's the only reason I call it an 8x. Technically, it's the size of a 4x map. Ooh. Ooh. Alright, so where is Mr. Scooter? Did Scooter not get the memo I'm streaming right now? Screaming. I am kind of screaming. So that is really close to where I wanted to be. But for what I'm doing right now, we are going to crank her up to that. We are pretty freaking close. Make sure I don't have to... Alright. Ah, snow's coming in. Cute. So, double check my seeding rate of... And we're going to times that by 3 also. Oops. That should be a pretty decent base number to go with. Like I said, that should be a pretty decent base number to go with. Jeez, straight am. I haven't heard that one yet. That's funny. It was a big brain moment. Wow, if I'd slow down and actually enunciate the words correctly. Alright, it is your turn. Let's see how this all works out. Narrow field is deactivated. Sharpen the corners. Deactivated or activated. Oof.
To be fair. To be fair. That's what she said.
You know, I do like Tangia. It spices things up around here. Alright, go. Now, waste Miaga wagons.
Shut up, bitch!
Look who it is.
But let me go ahead and tell you.
Shut your bitch ass up!
Hey, Legacy, I just want to tell you something. Alright, talk to you later, Derry. Always, Tillman. I'm always breaking shit. Well, Outlaw, I'm going to tell you right now that's not a fair comparison. Okay.
You're gonna love my nuts.
Jesus. Ladies. Easy. I'm one man. Oh, this ain't even his. Alright, fine then. We are taking the 9RX. Because why not? Thanks for becoming a member there, Outlaw. So back to what I was saying about that. It's not a fair comparison because from what the videos I've seen on Ashton Corners, there are not near as many trees or buildings as Riverbend Springs. And Riverbend Springs has to render in all that stuff. So depending on what is all there. Now, if you took all those buildings and threw them on Ashton, and like I said, I haven't seen very many videos and I don't know all about it. But, Ashton Corners, is that a 4X? But still, it doesn't matter because it's based on what you have to render in and everything. No, not yet, Tillman. I may have. Let's double check. I mean, look at that, Tillman. When I go to test the other one...
Did I jump scare you? Yeah, I bet I did.
No, you didn't, Shane. But when I go to test the other version of this map, Tillman, I'll know right away. And I think I caught what I ended up doing. It was a dumb mistake. I had Thundar's default types unzipped in there as his most recent one. But for whatever reason, I left a zipped file in there. So I'm going to be testing that update so I can give it to him too. I'm sure with 2 default types, it does not like it for one, but also I was not on
What
the most...
you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I've ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumb for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Thanks, straight ham. I forgot that one was up there.
Not.
Two brain cells are always going in different directions. They hate each other. I really think it was a issue on my part.
An idiot sandwich.
Idiot sandwich. Gordy, this is just testing, man. You do what you gotta do. I should have threw 2 combines on this to bust this out a little bit quicker. So there was something though with the fill types, because that happened well before his update. And there is something I gotta test with fill types too, which if I get this one figured out, then I might be able to move on and add everything else I want to add to maps. It's all my fault. It's really nobody else's to blame, right, Tillman? What do you mean wasn't fun, Shane? It ain't that bad. Yeah, I know, Gordy. I'm the one. I'm literally helping develop this map. That cornstalk texture issue was my fault. I have no problem admitting the fault, but at the same time, it's a work in progress, and I had way too many versions of the map on my PC. Do it. Ooh, corn, down corn? Harvesting down corn and snow? Yeah, no, I'm good. I'm good. Alright, where are you gonna go, dumber? Good question. Come on. Plow through the ditch. You can do it. I suffer? I didn't realize I was suffering from anything, Tillman. Wrong one. Go. We good. We good. If you haven't got the default types from Thundar's itch.io, go ahead and get it. If you are questioning it, go ahead and update it. You'll be just fine. But yes, it is needed for moving forward right now. I know what you guys said, but how am I suffering from that? I don't call that suffering, Tillman or Gordy. I think it's the best thing in the world. You really don't panic about nothing because you can't remember what you need to panic about. Or you just handle it in the moment. I was really hoping the snow would start to disappear, but why is there no snow on the circle over there? Oh, because there's beans still in. Oh, that is so stupid. Like, Giants, come on. I still don't call it suffering, Tillman. I don't call it suffering. It does suck when you can't remember what you were supposed to do, but that's why I've learned I have to write things down. Yes, Jake. Thunder is working on a new version of State Controller. It is going to be intertwined with advanced add-on now, and it's going to be a gist of everything he did in 22. As time keeps moving forward, he'll continue to work on it and get it full of all the stuff we had in 22. We just got to give him time, and every update to the game is going to slow him down, but it's a benefit to wait for him and us. The game severely needs to be updated, and for anybody that works with the Lua code, they will tell you it severely needs updated. But even I'm seeing it needs updated for the stuff I do. I mean, ladies, I always sit back and go, wow, we're only 2 months into the game right now. Because didn't it release November 22nd? I thought it did. Yeah. So, for being 2 months into the game, there is a handful, or a couple, or a few publicly released maps. There's a handful throughout all the Patreons and everything, you can say. Yeah, 3 months. My bad. But for being 3 months out, we already have a few fixes that aren't even from Giants completely, and able to move forward with modding. And to tell you the truth, there's just the mods out there, not everything I want to see. But there's enough to keep me comfortable for right now. That it's not a terrible time to play. I mean, I know by next winter we're going to have a lot of the mods we all want. Really? They always fighting each other. Come on. Why you gotta wait to put your pipe in? Just drive. Drive, drive, drive. Tillman. My CRS doesn't affect you. That's why you are a tester that sucks at his job. Shane. No. It's only gonna get worse. I still don't understand how you put 2 combines in here and it takes this long for them to get done. I know what you were doing last night, Tillman. And it wasn't playing Monteith. Excuse me. Come on, go doofus. Ooh. Jake. I want somebody to kind of tune up that model a lot more, to tell you the truth, compared to what it was. You're going to be waiting a while, Tillman. I agree, Jake, but we are where we are. Tillman, you really went and paid for it? I could live with it not getting wet on the hood and having the shiny reflected just to play with dairy deers. Because that thing is fire. I still feel like this is yielding extremely well. And I really should have picked the smallest field on here, but I didn't know with doing those smaller fields if it's really going to matter, and they're not square enough for my liking. But I have nothing else that will count acres besides the game itself. He's not going to, Tillman. I feel like you've been in it, Aaron. Thundar is going to see if that other guy does unit convert, or what he does with his unit convert stuff, because he wanted to focus on this advanced add-on stuff first, since somebody else was going to do that whole unit convert thing. I can't remember the guy's name, which I'm fine with as long as somebody's doing it. Anybody else know who that guy's name was? Modding name? I don't think it's GTX, is it? No, it's not. Who else was doing the unit convert stuff?
And there seems to be no sign of intelligent life anywhere.
That's fair. That goes for everybody watching, too.
Shut up, bitch!
Come on. Go away. What the hell is wrong with this? What? Seriously? Why does it go blank screen all the time? It's not called... Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was additional units. It's not called unit convert. Aaron, at least you guys could share the pain with me, and I appreciate that. Legacy, on the other hand, I got a few, I should just say, I got a finger for him. There you go, Vertex float. Like I said, I don't care who does it, as long as somebody does it. Okay. Thing hardly even looks full. I could argue that one, Legacy. I never tried it, Tillman, so I don't know a difference. John, I do not. All the stuff I do is through DR's modding and his Patreon, along with Monaco, we are part of the co-op team, along with Legacy when he wants to work on it. Tillman, you're a mechanic. I didn't think anything you do was easy. The snow's finally disappearing. What grain cart? This is base game Elmer's Hallmaster.
Why were you dehydrated? Why are you dehydrated? Why are you dehydrated?
What's up, Matsy? Run, Legacy, run! Those freaking Canadians, eh?
I'm dandy. I just need water.
Engineering degree, I could understand that one. Don't you know there, bud? Where's Stiffy at when you need him? I don't know, Matsy. You could argue that Legacy does work. He literally works every day just to wake up. Dude, I ignored you the first time for a reason. I've told you a couple times here already, John Harvester, that the converts I'm not going to share with anybody if I don't have public, if I don't have permission from the original modder. And right now, I am letting the original modders do all the converting work, and I have just made it work good enough for myself until they come out with a finished one. I do have a handful of mods that I will be releasing to the public that I already have permission for, and I think everybody will enjoy, and there will be full converts of the 22 models done through Blender and everything, so you guys just gotta bear with me. We are literally 2 months into the FS25 game. Stop this guy before collisions happen. Tillman's not wrong. What's up, Skitty? It's been a bit. Oh, join the club, Skitty. I'd just say that L word first. That one's been a freaking bombarder right now. I should have really just left this testing up to you ladies, because I'm over it already. Where'd it go? Get back here. This. Come on. Jason, you're stuck at Stiffy. You're stuck at home because you got vacation. Why'd you take vacation if you needed to go to work? Hopefully the game loads in right. Ooh, Skitty, do you like row crop ready maps? Don't get too invested into your save then, Skitty. See, I thought there was another one in there. Oh no, there isn't. There's 2 of the Ray counties. Okay, that makes more sense. No, DR posted about it. Hopefully Friday we'll have the first version of Monteith, Iowa row crop ready coming to you guys on Patreon, so that way we can get some testing through it. I guess I should have said that. It's on Patreon. Going to be on Patreon until we can get it tested good enough that we are comfortable with handing it out to everyone. There is a lot of testing that has to go on with it yet. I do want to double check quite a few things, and even this that I'm doing right now, testing the yields and stuff, I really wanted to hold you guys out to do it, but I also wanted to double check that I get something close to begin with. What is this? Who did? Shane? I swear to God, Shane. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'll think of something on the drive over there. Those just still seem too narrow. We are going to go with the big boys for right now. Where's my weights? There we go. It doesn't matter what tractor I buy, and it doesn't matter how it looks. All that matters is I buy this planter. Watch, I break the map right here. Ooh. I'm getting better, ladies. Oh, got it, Stiffy. Happy early birthday, bud. Oh, that's fine, Skitty. No worries, man. I don't know. Golly, I thought that was done taken care of. I don't know what version of the tractor I'm on. Alright. Now we gotta deal with this. Shane, get me my marker reminder. You're right, Aaron. My truck is broken. But I have another truck and another truck and a car and 2 dirt bikes. I could figure something out. And a bunch of friends that always like to go on road trips.
Marker. Marker.
Get out of the way. I can't see crap. Come on. There it is. Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Something didn't feel right. This one. I went past it again. It was up here. Or not. I could just hit Control F. It'd be faster.
Mini Pooh's shot out of my life.
Who did that one? All right. Seriously though, Shane. Before I go crazy ham on all this, I better just double check the map to make sure I'm all on the same page. All right, now we can go. That's Diffy. Act of God not to get to work. I don't know, bro. The whole act of God thing could go.
Lord have mercy, I'm about to bust.
God dang it, you two. The act of God could be literally a car running into you as you're riding your bicycle to work. That would be enough for me to say I'm retired. You still haven't got me to say it yet, Legacy. So I'm gonna stick to that the best I can. Yeah, I got the Kinsey out. It's not perfect. I forgot about the fertilizer tanks, and I got to get those hydraulic cylinders to actually chrome. But it was my RCR version of the map and planner, so you guys needed something to do it with, and we weren't going to hold the map back anymore.
Beat the devil out of.
All right, Shane. You got me a little concerned how often you play that. We're gonna break the map right here. Whew. So the way I did this one, now that we don't have Thundar's full state controller and all that stuff in right now, you do have two different planners. If you buy the RCR one on a non-RCR map, you will lock up the game.
2 hours
Come on.
later.
Really? So that is going to be on your guys' best favor, in your guys' best favor, to read the screen when you're going in to buy the planners. To make sure you don't buy the wrong planner. I haven't done it yet, and I was thinking about just leaving it set as planner rather than putting it to row crop. And the reason being because it wouldn't freak it out. But then you have to make sure that you're planting the right crop, which it literally says maize RCR. That's why I did it. So I opted to go back to row crop because that's the standard that we set for 22 that I wanted to keep. So that way anybody coming forward would know we're back with the same standard for that side of it. That's why I opted that way. Yeah. Oh, I already missing stuff. I just want to see how bad Courseplay will freak out with harvesting this field. And I mean, really, I should let Courseplay or the GPS do this one. But I don't like the working with of either of them. I mean, with Courseplay, I could figure the working with out a little better. Come on, guys. I'm trying to do the damn end rows. Quit it.
This person doesn't know what the hell he's doing.
Oh no, Gordy, I don't have enough time to name those saves. I know where they're at. Literally what I'm doing to you right now. But Legacy, which hand are you using? Because you can't just give a 3/4 middle finger. You got to give the right hand, you know. Yeah, Skitty, let me turn on my FPS. It's a pain in the butt to read because it's over that damn thing. But on a 1X map, this one is not cranked up high, so we do get some stair steps to the plants, or the rows, I mean. And I know some of you may not have been here for the beginning of the stream, so let me say it again, that we opted to go with the one that is a little more stair stepped to have a better performance rating on lower end PCs. Because let's face it, not everybody has a 3080 or 3090 or a 4090 to be able to play good. So with a 20 row planner, we are still only hitting 20 FPS. And I'm going to tell you right now, you're going to get better than you do, or than I do with the 3080. I'm literally streaming on YouTube with everything opened on my computer right now. So OBS takes a lot, YouTube takes a lot, and I'm on ultra high settings, which is not optimized in this game. Trust me, I know this. Got better texture, or less texture flickering and everything when I went to a lower setting. Plus I'm running reshade. And on top of that, I cranked up my view distance for everything. So I can see the trees, the crops, and the power poles, and the grass, and everything a lot farther. So you guys are going to have better time with it in 25. And the game is not optimized right now. Like I said before, the last update last update they did, Giants, ruined a lot of the textures, made them flicker and whatnot. So I'm hoping this next update makes it even better yet. Nah, I'm good, Aaron. I can plant just fine. I'm just not focused on it. That's a perfect way to say it, Legacy. How many years have you been saying that? Yeah, Shane, when you go to play an RCR map with a 24-row planner, you're going to tank. I hate to say it, but you're going to tank pretty hard. And this one is supposed to be the less demanding style map. No, I don't care that I missed that corner some. I'm just trying not to plant over the edge. But what I'm getting at with that is I'm running way too much. Yesterday when I was testing some of this stuff, I was up into 35-ish, 40-ish FPS with my 12-row corn planter on this said map here. So I know it runs better. It's just with everything I'm doing right now, I'm not going to get the best FPS. Yeah, I'm with Tillman on that one, Shane. I bet even very high will still cause you an issue with RCR. But there's several things you guys can do to handle this. Turn your view distance down from 200 to 150 or even 100. Turn the number of mirrors down. Turn your ground deformation down. I know it sucks to say, but it doesn't save anyways, and you're not going to see it forever. Turn the ground deformation down. You will be happy with the performance when you do that. Yeah, that marker's set, right? Alright, sweet. I've seen a boost in 25 with RCR stuff, and that's why I opted to go to the 16x size files for smoother lines. But as far as, I mean, anybody's able to change these files on any map, so it's not like it's locked into you are stuck with this. You just need a, I can't even say that. You just need to end up changing the size of files and know it will not work to a save game unless you know how to change those files also. And yes, you'll need a new save game after you edit those files to bring it up to smoother lines. We are contemplating on what we will do for a public release on this. So with our Patreon testers that we have in place, we'll be able to make a good decision. And that's why it's important for all of you to get in there and test this stuff out. Plus, we do want feedback. Whether it's in the co-op Discord or on Patreon only or whatever, please just give us feedback. I mean, I'm cranked right now at 60 FPS. So, it really doesn't do that bad. And then, bam! Tank it. Tank it hard. But then again, when I was messing with it the other day, I was over 60 FPS. I turned my frame limiter off to see what it could go to, and that's what made me decide to turn up my view distance and everything. Oh, Skitty, why is 60 such a big deal to you? And I just want to know, dude. Because I come from a laptop that I was lucky to hit 25 to 30. And I'm perfectly okay with sitting, I mean, unless I'm streaming like this, it bothers me. I want to be a little bit better than that. But if I could stick right around 30 FPS, I'd be perfectly okay with that. What size of monitor do you have and everything, Skitty? Because, I mean, I noticed a little bit of lag right now. Which, Skitty, I mean, everything does matter when you come into play of it all. The hertz, the size, the GPU, all that stuff. But I was just curious. I'm playing on a 32-inch curved, and I think this thing can go up to 240 hertz. I think. I can't remember. I was messing with the refresh rate there a while ago just to see what I could do. But OBS tanks my FPS pretty bad. And NVIDIA hasn't came out with the best optimization yet. And then on top of that, Reshade's a resource sucker. Yes, Midwest. This is the one that's coming Friday. You guys noticed the little stair step. I mean, I'll at least get through planting this in a couple grow states. I want to be able to see you guys and everything and show you what I'm talking about, but the big thing is I'll definitely finish testing the yield on at least this one so I know what to multiply it by. I feel like we're going in a pretty good number for seed usage, but at the same time I think I'm a little high. Oh yeah, Skitty, but see, I get that, and I ask everybody that because it comes to a point of I want to know for, especially with making maps and mods and stuff, what is the best way to go. And I agree, you gotta plan out performance with other people's mods also. Oh hey, I have that in. Alright, let's straighten these rows out. But at the same time, you can't plan for everybody's performance because you'll always have another mod that could potentially mess you up. That's gonna drive me nuts. I can't leave that big of a gap. Midwest Farmer, there's a lot on the backside that needs to be handled from Giants too. Thunder actually had to stop working on some of his stuff just to fix the errors Giants have so we can continue to mod and everything. I agree with you. I want to see the moisture system, and I want everything back I had in 22, but we also got to bear with them and give them time. That was a weird leg. Skitty, you can even DM me on Discord and let me know how you do on this map when you first open it up, because there are a lot of trees on here, but the trees are not as taxing as they were in 19 and 22. So we also were able to do, with all the varieties of trees and bushes, I was able to convince them to stop sinking the trees in the ground to make it look like a bush. So that's huge. Yeah, that's what I was hoping. That's what I was hoping for. So that makes me feel pretty confident. A lot of people will have better performance in 25, excuse me. Even with RCR. You guys just got to remember that I'm doing literally everything. Got all the applications opened up and streaming at the same time on the single PC that I'm playing on. It'd be great if I had one of them, what the heck are they called, where they literally stream to another computer for you, that it pulls it right off the graphics. Why did I... Shane, where are you? Shane. There you go. Thanks, Trey Am. Thing 3. There's thing 2, but he's even slacking. I forgot my marker. This is a very tight row, but it's okay. And I'm glad I'm not going straight at 180 degrees. You guys are going to see the little bit of stair stepping. And for me, I'd much rather have it look cleaner going down the rows than more realistic facing from the side. And I'll show you guys that in a bit here. But then I'm not going to be everybody. So therefore, what do you ladies like? And what would the final community say? And it's a give or take. At the moment, right now, it's a give or take. Until I can get Giants to give me another option to space plant to plant out, we have to have one or the other of these. You used to, Tillman? Uh-huh. I believe that one. He probably still is. Shane. He's smoking. Cracked. It's just cracked. Just dabs? Fair. Even with a 24-row planter, this field's taking a while. Jeez. Shane? We're just not even going to touch that on YouTube. You and I need to have a chat some night. Because what I said is not. Well, Tillman, you're gonna die of cancer. From Chantix. Chantix. The real reason, I do not know. Probably made with cracked. Straight here. Come on, come on, come on. Go, 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 go. We got a high-speed 10-mile-an-hour planter and everything, and it's still taking me how long to plant this field? Oh. Well then, Shane, it's legal. Cowboy killers? Darts. I don't know. I was Camels or Marlboro when I was doing that. It was either Reds, Menthol, or Camel Crush, or Shorts. Now I just opt for Copenhagen. Oh God, yes, Skitty, I agree with you back then. When they went up to like $8 to $10, I was like, yeah, no, I'm done. Oh, that ain't bad at all, Tillman. Camels with no filters? Oofda. No nicotine at all. What'd you go to instead? Alright, so we're going to have some replant on this end rows. And just to make it even, I'm going to plant through it. So I'll do the same thing on the other map also. But I'm not going to plant again. We're just going to, whatever that last row is, heading south, that's what it's going to be. We're just done. Something like that, Chris. We're getting there. The field's not squared. You got to get every last bit of it planted. Straight ham. You didn't even go to dabs or anything now, Skitty? Alcohol? Nothing? Alright, Tally Ho. Thank you for giving me a clap. So every now and again, it was a row or two that got hit. Yeah, I'm not even going to plant that big square. I should lift that up so we're not tearing up this stuff. And I will be working on a few other things to go with RCR stuff. I'm not going to give that out right now, because it's not even in development yet. I got some other things I got to handle first. But yeah, he gave me the clap. College, Shane. It's all I can say about him. He is capital H now. That's a good one, straight ham. Alright. Oh, you... So, you see right now, I'm pumping 80, 90, depending where you're looking and everything, and that's an RCR map. So we know it does crank up, and that's just to prove my PC can handle this stuff. But with streaming and everything, I don't know why I'm getting 90 FPS here compared to with the base map, base version of the map. I was only sitting right around 60, 70. And this is what sucks without Easy Dev. With Easy Dev, I'd just be able to tap one button at advanced growth state. Oh, hey. You guys forgot to tell me. Good thing I was keeping track of my numbers. Alright, so... base game, I ran down to 2030, and this one I ran down to 2024. So I think my numbers are right. Which, you guys are going to see that distance texture do that weird things. And like I said, this one is not the smoothest, but it's the least performance hit that we can get RCR. So you, in the distance, you're going to have the weird lines and everything. Nothing I can do about that. We need Easy Dev sooner. Oh, look at that. We're back in the month of August again. Because, you know, we don't have Easy Dev. Going to be harvesting in snow again. Oh, hey, Shane. Would you stay watching all night if I just left Courseplay to run these fields empty with a 6-row? I mean, it would take about 4 hours to do. If I got auto drive and Courseplay to work, be able to sit here all night on a stream without anybody talking. Chris? I can do that for you, bud. But you gonna owe me. Because it ain't gonna work either. Okay, so with this, you guys gotta understand the weeds are in the field now. So it's not gonna be perfect. And that's what I'm trying to show right here. It looks like it is not good at all. Those are the weeds. And I planted weirdly like this on purpose. Stupid sticky keys. It's literally not even the damn thing. I just hit shift too many times. When it gets daylight, I'll show you a little better view and you'll be able to see the difference. The light green is the weeds compared to the corn, and I don't like the weeds on RCR maps because it brings it a lot closer together, and it's going to be the entire field. And for whatever reason, Giants made it, if you do not plow, you get weeds literally the next growth state. Why? I don't know. But this is kind of the edge we get with the size of a RCR. Cody, nothing, I shouldn't say got retextured. We had to mess with the mesh in for corn and soybeans to get done. So to make these RCR, they did have to get edited. As far as oats, wheat, barley, all that other stuff, the cereal crops would work with RCR, but you'd be stuck to a 30-inch row as of right now. I'll do some more testing later on to see if I can't get that down to a 15-inch to 7.5-inch row. But then as far as the ridges and everything, I'm not even diving down that right now with RCR. So right now it is just corn and soybeans. Tony. If you would have joined my stream, you would know why that is a missed spot. But you decided to join late. It's really not that bad there, Skitty. But that is one single growth state. Every growth state's different. And you look at the plant spacing. I mean, this is the most realistic look of corn throughout the whole, all the growth states. As we go forward, it gets worse. Quiet in the back. Damn, Tillman. I need to figure out how to get that look on the harvested end. He's fine. Alright, so num blocks are right. Okay. This one, I absolutely hate this growth stage of corn. It is completely wrong. I need to find somebody that would be willing to make a texture to replace this, because I absolutely hate it. The corn should not be tasseling at this height, for one, and two, where's the cob? If it's tasseling, there's nothing to freaking do because there's no cob. Why is it tasseling? It's way too short. I don't know. It's just so aggravating. What's up, Beast? Yeah, I should say thank you there, Shane. You're the one who shared. This is one of the worst. Let me show you the corner too. This is one of the worst growth states for any of the corners and stuff like that, which you could potentially be spraying in this growth state, so it'd suck here and there. I mean, on the inside of a 24 row planter, that's why I did this one curved. But we come down to this corner where I did 90. You're going to be just fine. It's not bad at all. And I've said it many times, I need to just go and square off the corners because the radius is what gets you every time. You're supposed to have the bell on in YouTube and just get it and come over. Yes, I did, Aaron. I was not going to share the stream tonight no matter what because it needed to, like, work. Skitty, this one growth state ruins the entire game for me. I'm just going to throw it away, never look at it again, ask for a reimbursement, and move on with my life. Probably just never touch a computer again. All because of this one growth state of cord. Yes, I get you, Tillman. Could you envision what I'd do with all my free time if I didn't mod for Farm Sim or play it? I'd be well rested every day. I don't want to be that good member of society. Shh, Shane, they don't need to know that. I'm just gonna tell them my disc got lost in the mail, and I've been waiting on it and nobody would reply, so here you go, it's back. Give me my money. Oh wait, nobody uses CDs or discs anymore to play games. It's all online. Shit, I'm screwed. And you give Steam permission to read how many hours you play the damn game anyways, so they're gonna know. Come on, come on, come on. That wasn't a bad FPS hit either for it repopulating everything in. And no, you want it, Tillman. Well, hurry up, Aaron. We only got a little bit left, dude. I'm just trying to get to this next growth state because it is the best looking growth state, in my opinion. Or second best, I should say. I can't go with that one because it's angled. For the way Skitty is, I know Skitty, you're gonna like this the best, this version of RCR the best, because you'd rather have performance over visuals. So that's fine. I do agree with you, and I'll show you why on the other side. But like, as far as the population, the plant to plant, oh, that one still bothers me. Why is the cob so low? Whatever. This isn't my second favorite growth state. This is also not bad, but not a good one. But right here when it actually tassels. So, I mean, that's not bad. You can still see the rows. It does go to side a little bit. I mean, that exact thing kind of jumping, it's not quite half. But over here at an angle, and this isn't a very sharp angle, so it just skips the rows like this. Let's get up to this part of it, This is where you populate like almost twin row compared to tassels. So if you guys can handle that for performance, that's all by means. It's what you want to do, fine. I'm not going to tell you guys which way to go and which way not to go. It's all up to your choice. But with that being said, you do deal with this a little bit. And it's still not terrible to row. But when you get off of your 90-degree angles slightly, that's the effect you get. So instead of Giants actually making it harder for us, I wish they would have helped us do this. And what I noticed in 22, they had maize haulm in there. So when you harvest or mow the tops off the sugar beets or potatoes or whatever, it would have been the same thing. Which I don't know why that had to be a separate like whole state or whatever. But anyways, my thought was they were coming out with corn stalks for 22. They just never did it. It was the same thing as Gearbox for was Gearbox for 22? Yeah, same thing they did for Gearbox. Maybe it was 19 or whatever. There was remnants of the files in there, but they never finished it, and they end up always taking that out of the new game because they don't want anybody to grab what they already worked on. So therefore, the corn stalks were there in 22. They took it out after an update. It was all whatnot. There's nothing at all in 25 for corn stalk bales, and it pisses me off. Why would you not put that in? Great job, BC Beeler did the whole threshing and pickup heads and all that. So you literally stole his modification to the game to put it in and sell it as the main point of the new game. But yet you still can't put cornstalk bales in? Like, why not? So, just another little rant. Tillman, if you were a game company that had people working for you for free, and all it did was took a little bit of listening and tweaks that you're already doing to get those people to work even harder for you for free, just saying. Literally, there's enough people. I mean, I had it on my Facebook post. I had it on my YouTube post. I've had it all over. DR's had it. Other modders I know have heard it and seen it. Other content creators of this game have heard it and seen it. That they are the reason somebody went out and bought this game. The reason doesn't matter, but besides the fact that they said, because you are playing and showing me this game, I went and bought this game. So yes, I don't know. Just another little tangent. But this is what I can't fix. And like I said, I got to give it time. I am asking the right people for help. We've already talked about it. And right now there's nothing in there for it. So if somebody wants to rewrite the Lua script to give me population space from plant to plant, all by means go ahead and do it. But as we get to harvest ready, it gets worse and worse. Now if you go up to the bigger file, it is twice this. So I'm just giving you a heads up. To make this row better, you have to sacrifice the population. And with the population comes a slight performance hit because you're trying to put in that many plants into one little area. But it does make this a lot better. You will not have...
You bastard! I'll cut off your nutsack and nail it to my door! Like one of those lion door knockers rich folks got.
I was not expecting that, Shane. That one of all of them, dude. Please tell me you played that like an hour ago and it just came through. We got 2 more growth states to sit through because this one populates a second time. I agree with you, Skitty. But, I mean, straight ham. It wasn't Shane, it was straight ham. Either way, I was not expecting that one. Yeah, see, that's what I mean, Sean. It's literally, you can go down that line so much and say that, and I mean, everybody gets it and hears it if you're a content creator for any game or anything like that. I just feel like, I mean, I know for sure ATS and ETS are pushing pretty hard on development. I don't know how Giants are. I'm not talking to anybody from Giants, so I can't really say. It's just based on what I feel. Do you remember being a kid and going as fast as you could down the rows of corn? You gotta hold your arms up above your face so you don't cut your face. I don't know why I just thought of that. But this, Skitty, this is not my preference, but I guess you could go back and watch my other streams and videos to see the difference for right now. But, I don't think it's that bad either. Sean. Was it worth it? You better say damn right it was worth it. I agree with you, Shane. I'm like, if Giants could manage something like that, I think that would be the way to go. I do believe that the reason they keep making game after game is so the money grab, and then it slows the modders down and they got to redo everything. So therefore they get to add some of the stuff that they didn't. But this is the first time they had a sound guard in the game at all. They always went like older school Deutz. This is the first time they had an older school mid-size tractor in. The Agco White. Which I don't... Oh, no, they did Challenger White. I don't know why they didn't do the Agco. Even though it's there. You went that heavy on it, Sean? Jeez, dude. I hope you spent about half of that on the PC itself, because then you got a brute. Come on, this is slower than dog crap. I just want to get to harvest ready. I got things to do besides just this tonight. Right, straight ham? Bro, He's probably got one of them 60 series GPUs in that beast. He's not even stuck on 50. He's doing experimental shit. Spaceship stuff. You know, I opted to go with my build. I went like series older on the computer, which isn't bad, the Ryzen 7 and a 3080. I didn't want to go the 40 at all because I just didn't want to spend the money at the time. And then I didn't buy the 4K monitors. That's not a big deal to me. If I was smart, I would have spent the money on one or the other, because when the PC needs to be updated, I should update my monitors too. But I'm just that kind of guy. When you update one thing, you might as well update everything. Be done with it. Go like Sean and just drop the 10K and call it a day. Alright, ladies. Final look right here. Harvest ready. RCR. And I just call it an 8X because it's not the size of the map, it's the size of files. But Tillman, you don't count because you seen this last night. What do you think, Skitty? Just pay attention a little bit. I'm gonna act like, you know, you in a combine here would be, which I'll share a video later on about it from the actual combine. But do you feel like that's good? Because like I said, there's only one option to go up. If you want it better, you gotta go up, which at some point you gotta sacrifice performance for visuals. I counted you last night. Get over it. Oh yeah, Sean. Not terrible, dude. I mean, it'll last a few more years. I had my Thrustmaster steering wheel here for 4 years now? Holy shit. Wow. It does have its freak out moments, but I also took it on the road with me for like 2 years of working on the road, so it's gotten dragged around, bounced around and everything, but yeah. Go fix the heater outside. Hey, Shade. There's this thing called an extension cord and a block heater. Or even better yet, a garage. No, I'm just fucking with you, man. Hi, Tony. Thanks, Tony. Legacy, you hear that? You better read that. Tony said I'm doing great. I don't know. Skitty must have left. Shut up, Tillman. Well, ladies, I'm going to call this done for the night because I need to go eat and get a few other things taken care of. I will continue to test. I think this is going to be the number we're going to go with. It matches dang close to the seating population of base game. It shouldn't take me long to bust out some harvest here to know that it's a good base number to start at. And that way, hopefully you guys can help me out. It will not take a new save game for you to get better harvest. But I need more people helping to test it because, as you can see, almost 3 hour stream and I didn't even fully complete a test. That way, I mean, one of you Got to be home every day. Shane, I asked you if you would sit here and watch Courseplay and Auto Drive harvest the field. I could let them harvest this entire field over here with a 4-row auger wagon and a gravity wagon. Would you watch it? I'm sorry to say there, Aaron. The server needs an update badly if this is anything close, because we are missing out on a lot of money. Why does it do that? Where's that at again? Oh, that is over one planer. No wonder why it's doing that. I'm not operating anything. Oh, don't worry, Shane. I'm just trying to fine-tune this stuff up. I got a few updates for it and whatnot, and hopefully we'll be good for the weekend stream. But again, ladies, thank you. And until next time.